everyone, it's Tabi. I'm a skin specialist in the UK, so if you haven't seen me before, hi, hope you're doing well. Today's video I'm going to show you how to do a quick ice globe massage. So obviously massage is a really beneficial thing to do. Not only does it help with relaxation, self-care, but it also is really good for a lymphatic drainage. It's really good for calming inflammation, and it is just the most relaxing thing ever. Highly recommend. So if you don't already, definitely get some ice globe facial massages. You can get them on Amazon, I'll leave a link below. But basically what you do is you pop them in the fridge or the freezer and you just get them out whenever you want to use them. I recommend using them once per day just to really help lift and firm the face. And yeah, so enjoy. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a headband and we're going to put this on to keep our hair out of our faces. Obviously you want to make sure that you've got no makeup on for this, and I'm going to cleanse my face in a moment as well. So let's put this headband on. So now the headband's on, I'm going to wash my face. So I'm going to be using the Medicate Surface Radiance Cleanser, and I will show you how I use that. So this is the professional size, as I am a skin specialist, so I have access to these, but it doesn't matter whatever size you're doing. So you're going to get your hand and we're going to do a nice squirt in it, just enough, about a 2p coin kind of size. So you're going to get water in your hand and then you are going to move your hands in a rubbing motion like so. This is a gel foam cleanser, so it's really nice on the skin. And when you've got that all foamy, basically you just gotta go in circles across your face, making sure that you don't miss anywhere. For a cleanse, you want to be cleansing your skin, rubbing it in circular motions for about a minute, making sure that you don't miss anywhere. And then you're going to want to get like a flannel or something, whatever you use to take your cleanser off with. I'm going to be using this face sponge, and basically I'm just going to wet it and then go in circular motions to remove the cleanser. And now the face is all wet, so we're going to take a clean towel and we're going to dab the face. And you don't want to rub your face with this because it acts as an exfoliator. So you just want to do gentle dabs with a clean towel. So we're going to get our facial oil and we are going to do about a 2p coin worth of facial oil. And again, you're going to do this motion to activate the product and spread it, and then you're just going to go around your face, making sure that you get everywhere that needs to be gotten. Okay, so now that your face is nice and oiled up, we're going to get the ice globe massages out of the fridge, and I will see you in a second. Here we have the ice globe facial massages. These are from Fraser and they are this gorgeous pinky gold. They are just absolutely beautiful. Always shake them to activate, because you don't want that frozen cold liquid in there just to stay in one space. You want it to get all around so it covers all areas of your face. We're always going to start on the chin, so we're going to go across like this, just so you can get like the feel of the ice globes. And you're never going to put that much pressure on it because they will glide over with the facial oil. So under the chin, over the chin, and I'm just using dragging motions but without putting any pressure on. And then we're gonna go around the cheekbones in this circular motion, and then under the eyes. You can also use the other end of the ice globes, which is obviously smaller, which will fit the eye area a lot easier, and it also is just really relaxing, helps puffiness and things like that. So again, and then for the head, you're always going to want to do downwards motions. That's always what you're going to want to do. So now you kind of get the gist of the types of motions that you're going to be using with your ice globes. Let's move on to a little bit of a harder massage. So you're going to want to take the ice globes and you're going to want to start to move in circular motions across the jaw area. And you'll feel this as well, like you'll feel how relaxing it is just for your facial muscles. So slowly moving up the face with those gentle circular motions. And you can always split between the long motions like this and the circular motions like this. So you can start out by doing these long motions all across and then down on the forehead, and you can also go circular motions with some light wrist movements as well. And you can also use this motion which goes along your nose, which really helps with congestion, so particularly if you're like unwell and things like that, can really help. So as you're going over your forehead, if you just go down, do a little bit of a squeeze when you get to the nose and out to the temples. So I'll show you that again. Circular motions down, really close to the nose, and then bring them round like that. And then to finish off your massage, you are always going to want to work from the chin upwards. So you're really going to work on lifting the face, so straight under and then over the chin, doing those long motions a few times, usually about 3 to 4. And then doing that curve when you hit the cheekbones. And then under the eyes. And then when you get the head, you're always going to want to work downwards. And you can always go into circular motions on your temples as well, which feels really good. And then you're just going to want to stop, just like that. And that is your ice globe facial massage. Now I'm actually going to show you how to use ice rollers instead of the ice globes. Just like the ice globes, you'll start out by cleansing your face, drying your face, and then putting some facial oil on. So we are going to be using the roller today, so you can use 1 or 2 rollers if you'd like, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to be using 1 just for ease. Again, the motions are very similar to the ice globes, so hopefully you'll see. So you're going to start out by rolling the side of your face. Again, going in upwards motions as so. And you can roll it back and forth like this, or you can do 1 motion. It is entirely up to you. These ice rollers are definitely a lot more beginner friendly than the ice globes, that's for sure. So you can kind of see already how it's like lifting the face, doing the lymphatic drainage. So like I said, you can use a small one under your eye, which feels really nice. And then close your eye and down the brow bone as well. Doing every motion 3 to 4 times, or as you please. And then forehead. And that is one side. You can also use this with serums and things like that instead of facial oils, and it basically just helps it penetrate deeper into the layers of your skin. It is very simple. You're literally just rolling it across your face and it feels really nice. And it also helps with things like papules, pustules, as long as they aren't more severe, because obviously with it being cold it does actually help reduce inflammation. And again, you can go over the temples, which is really nice. You can also go down the nose if you wish, to the sides. Now we've done the facial massage, what we're going to want to do is get some toner and remove the facial oil on the face. So toner, some cotton pads to remove. I'm going to be using the Clinica skin toner, which is a spray, and then just 2 cotton pads. So spraying them, and then just going to remove any of the facial oil that we can get to. Make sure you get in under your chin as well, anywhere that you put it, because you do not want facial oil staying on the skin if can be avoided. And then we're going to go in with our serums. So I'm using the C Tetra Eye serum for under the eyes, and then I'm using the C Tetra Lux serum for the whole face. So here's the C Tetra Eye, and you're just going to put 3 drops on your index finger, rub it together and pat under the eye and down the brow bone, and then sweep it outwards, sweep it down the brow. And then with the C Tetra Lux serum, we're going to do 6 drops into the palm of our hand. And then we are going to rub our hands together to activate the product, and then upwards motions, sweep the product off, and then with the head we're going to sweep the product down, and make sure you get around the nose as well. Finally, our cream. So this is the Daily Radiance Vitamin C, so we're just going to take a 2 pence amount, and we're going to rub it together to activate the product. I'm sure you get the drill by now. And then circular upwards motions on the face, making sure you don't miss anywhere. And there you have it. That is a little tutorial of how to use ice globes and facial rollers as well. I hope you've enjoyed and found this useful. Hopefully you've played along at home and took time to follow this tutorial, and if you have, I'd love to know in the comments which one you prefer, the ice roller or the ice globes. I definitely prefer the ice globes, but the ice roller is really speedy and really easy and is a great one to use when you feel a bit more lazy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.